Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to the School of Personal Finance. So as many of you already know, I am a big fan of Roth IRAs. And the earlier you could get started, the more powerful they are going to become with that tax-free compounding growth. So in this video, I am going to walk you through how to open up a Roth IRA for your child. I'm also going to quickly cover the benefits of doing so and the requirements to be able to open one up for a child. All right, I hope you find this one helpful. Let's get to it. Real quick, head over to schoolofpersonalfinance.com, jump on my email list, download the free budget template. I send out resources throughout the year. Also check out, I'm in the beginning stages of creating a personal finance course for high school and college students. This way they can learn everything they need to know before they get out into the real world. I'm going over all personal finance topics and doing case studies so they could see real life examples. So check that out. All right, so let's quickly start out by talking about all the benefits of a Roth IRA, especially for children, the requirements, and then I'll go ahead and I will share my screen with you and walk you through opening a Roth IRA, a custodial Roth IRA for a minor at Fidelity. All right, so a Roth IRA is a retirement account, okay? It is money that you are putting away for your eventual retirement. But Roths do have some flexibility. So let's start with the basics. So with a Roth IRA in 2024, you can contribute up to $7,000 into a Roth IRA. One of the big requirements though, and this is where it's tough for children, for minors, is that you must have earned income to be able to contribute. So let's say, for example, your child has a summer job where they make $2,000 and they get a W-2, it's on the books. They would then be able to contribute up to $2,000 into a Roth IRA. If they made $20,000 throughout the year, then they would be capped at $7,000. All right, if they make $200 throughout the year, then they can only contribute up to $200. If they don't work, if they don't have earned income, then they are not eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA. So that is typically the biggest hurdle when wanting to contribute to a Roth IRA for your child. And it doesn't have to be their actual money that they receive from their paycheck. So your child could make $2,000, they could go ahead and spend it throughout the summer, and then you could go ahead and contribute $2,000 on their behalf. You could gift it to them, so to say. And that is still fine, just as long as it's not more than the amount that they have in earned income throughout the calendar year. So now a Roth IRA, it is just the type of account, right? It's like the shell. Inside of a Roth IRA, that's where you have to decide what to do with the money. So you could open up a Roth IRA for your child. You could put, say, $2,000 is the amount that they are eligible to put in. You put in the $2,000. Once it's in there, then you have to decide how to invest it. So you could invest it in individual stocks, in index funds, in whatever is offered through the broker that you use. And then that money, it is going to grow tax-free. So that is the big advantage of a Roth, is as long as you follow the rules, you will never pay taxes on that money again. So the earlier you start out in life, the more years you have for that money to grow and compound. Now with a Roth IRA, you don't get any tax deduction in the year you make the contribution, which is great for kids because typically they're only making a few grand anyway, and they really won't owe much, if any, income taxes on that. So they're able to put in that money after taxes, which is going to be very little, if any, and then that money is going to grow tax-free forever. And now Roth IRAs, they provide some extra flexibility as well. So with a Roth IRA, you can take out the amount that you have put in, the contributions that you have made at any time without any taxes or penalties. So I made a video, it's got to be 4 years ago now, talking about how much I love my Roth IRA and how I used funds inside of my Roth IRA to buy my wife's engagement ring when I was younger, and how that ended up being the most expensive ring of all time, because if I would have just left that money and let it continue to grow tax-free, it would be worth a hell of a lot more right now. But I jokingly say, that it was the worst decision of my life. But obviously, I'm still happily married, so I'm only joking. But so you have flexibility, right? You could take money out. So say, for example, 5 years down the road, your child wants to purchase a car, and they have put in a total of $12,000 into their Roth IRA, and now it is worth $15,000 because it has grown through the years. They are able to take out that $12,000 with no questions asked, no taxes, no penalties. They could just go ahead and take it out. Now, learning from experience, it's not a great idea to do that. I wouldn't recommend you doing that, but you do have the flexibility to do so if need be. So there are some instances where you could also take out growth in the account before age 59 and a half. So remember, I just said you could always take out your contributions, but if you want to take out some of the growth, there are some circumstances you can. One of them is, as long as you've had the account open for 5 years, you could take out up to $10,000 for a first-time home purchase. Other reasons would be if you had a disability or a death, then you'd be able to take it out without any taxes or penalties. So Roth IRAs, they do provide more flexibility than traditional IRAs or retirement plans like 401ks or 403bs. Now, you cannot take loans against IRA accounts, so against a traditional or a Roth IRA. So now if your child is under the age of 18, then you have to do a custodial IRA. So you are going to have to open it up for them. You have control over the account, but it is like an UGMA account, a Uniform Gift to Minors Act. So the money is your child's money. And then when they turn the age of majority, then the money, the account is turned over to them. And like at Fidelity, they make it very easy where your child, once they reach whatever the age of majority is in your state, typically it's 21 years old, but once they reach that age, they open up their own Roth IRA, and then you just transfer the custodial one into their own Roth IRA. All right, and to just show you a quick example of how powerful this could be, here's just an online calculator that I found. If you start contributing at age 14, all right, and if you could do $6,000 a year, so maybe that's not realistic for a 14-year-old if they're not really working throughout the year. But let's just make the assumption that it is. I don't have it increasing in later on years, so just staying at a level $6,000 per year, and you do that from age 14 all the way up until age 60. And you invest in a broad-based stock market index fund like the S&P 500. We'll just make an assumption of an 8% rate of return, which is very realistic. At age 60, in a tax-free vehicle, a Roth IRA, your child would end up with $2.7 million. So that is pretty crazy to think about. All right, so let's head over to Fidelity. So if you just Google Fidelity Roth IRA for kids, this will come up and it brings you to the Fidelity website. And as you can see, they have the green button right there to open an account. And they also have a bunch of educational content on here as well. So you could go ahead and research a little bit more before you actually open the account. But I'm gonna click on open an account right here. And now mine actually is gonna look a little bit different because I already have a Fidelity account. So if you don't have a Fidelity account, then they're going to go through, asking you for your personal information and getting it all set up. For me, because I already have an account for Fidelity, they already have all of my information. So it just basically pre-fills here. So this is all my information first. And then I go ahead and I click on next, and it's going to bring me to information to put in for my child. So as you can see, you have to put in their name, their social security number, right? Their date of birth. Are they a citizen? What is your relationship to them? What state are you living in? Because states have different rules around minors. And then where does the minor live? Then we're going to go ahead and we are going to click next. All right, and then just take a minute to confirm everything. So go through, make sure that you have all the correct information in here for you, for your employment information. All right, and now my account is open. They've given me an account number. It's called Roth IRA for Kids. So now I can just go ahead and link my bank account to transfer money into the account. All right, so I'm just going to skip ahead here. I have to go through the verification process of linking my bank account, but it's pretty simple. They just send me, verification text message, and I link it to my Wells Fargo bank account. All right, and here's my success. So now my bank account is linked to this Roth IRA account for my son. And now all I have to do is I go in and I transfer money from my bank account into this Roth IRA. And once I go ahead and I do that electronic funds transfer, maybe it'll take a day or two for the funds to get there, then the money's inside of the Roth IRA as a contribution. And I could go ahead and I could then invest that money in the market. So overall, not a very complicated process. It's very simple to go ahead and open up a custodian Roth IRA is the correct term for it. And then once my son turns the age of 21 here in New York, then this money will become his. He'll be able to take over this Roth IRA and continue, hopefully, down the path of maxing it out every year and saving that money for his future. All right, so I'm going to leave it here for this one. I hope that you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. I do believe that opening up a Roth for a minor, if you're able to do it, if they have that earned income, it is a very powerful way to give them a head start in life. So drop a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks.